Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville 2 YouTube channel. For this video, we're going to do another little eBay sales update video. I like doing this every once in a while to share with you guys some potential ideas for how you can offset the cost of these tools. You know, a lot of times we have a combo kit, comes with 4 or 5 tools, maybe you already have 2 of them. And you don't want to fork over that kind of money because it's redundant, you already got these tools and blah blah blah, but you can sell them on eBay. You can sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if I'd use Craigslist anymore. Is anyone on there anymore? Anyway, you can unload stuff, and it's been an awesome way for me to expand my tool collection without having to dig so much into my pocket to pay for these things. And there's times when I'll actually make some money out of a deal and still be able to keep some stuff for myself. So I kind of feel like I just want to open people's eyes to it if they are willing, because it's really not that hard to sell this stuff, and there's definitely a marketplace for it. So we're going to look at some of the things that I've sold since the last time we did one of these videos, and some of it's redundant because I have multiple quantities on some things, and I actually have a really good example of what I'm talking about. I just bought last week from Napa, it was posted on the website struggleville.net, a 3/8 drive Carlisle locking flex head ratchet. Okay, it was $24.99, and if we look them up on eBay, there's 2 currently for sale, one $69.99 and one for $62. Now I bought 3 with the intention of keeping one for myself, sell the other 2, and hopefully either break even, make money, or at least diminish the cost of the original one. Now when you're looking at it, this thing is probably a pound, or maybe a little over a pound. So your cheapest shipping is going to be a regular flat rate envelope. I'd wrap it in bubble wrap, not to protect it, but to keep it from puncturing a hole in that envelope and falling out. I've actually had that happen specifically with ratchets. You also want to wrap a little tape around that just to, so you don't get that hole. Because it's made out of the flat rate envelope's made out of cardboard, or paper essentially, thick paper. Anyway, that'll cost you about $7. Consider about 15% in fees, so you deduct that from the $25 that you paid. I actually did a little bit better because they gave me a $5 discount for joining their email list or something, and it was free shipping. So anyway, be pretty cool, and I'll get to keep a nice little ratchet, something to play with. A new toy for me. Alright, first item that's sold, we have the Craftsman Wrench Organizer Holder. Holds 12 wrenches. This is actually what I have in my toolbox. I've had it for over a decade in my toolbox. Except for mine doesn't have a handle because I had to cut them off because in my old toolbox it was not deep enough to hold. Anyway, I'm selling for $7.49 plus shipping. I think the cheapest I got any of these was like 49 cents, and I had to buy a bunch to get free shipping from Sears at one point. They all came from Sears. You can see I've sold 20 so far, 8 left over. Next up, we have the DeWalt 4 amp hour battery, sold for $49.99 plus shipping. Now this came with the high torque half-inch drive impact wrench, DeWalt obviously. So it was $200 for both pieces. I was able to sell off the battery for $49.99, and then in my specific scenario, I already have, or had, the Milwaukee high torque, and I was selling off that too because I just don't have much in the M18 lineup. So I had 2 different tools, or 2 different things I could sell out of that to recoup my cost to getting that high torque impact, which may not be as good as the Milwaukee, but it's in a platform where I already have all the batteries and I already have other tools, and it's just much easier for me to maintain and use. Sold some more of the millimeter to inches conversion chart magnets. I really love that these sell, honestly, because it's a practical thing someone could throw on their toolbox or in their shop somewhere and actually get some use out of it. And then, yes, it is a little bit of advertising for my website. So 2 birds, 1 stone. I love something like that. Plus, I can just send this in an envelope. Takes 2 stamps, but envelope. Easy and cheap. So selling those for $5.99 a piece. You can see 93 have sold of those. It says only 8 available, but there's a lot available still. I just leave it at that. Whenever it gets close to low, I replenish. Next, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle Power. Memory match game. It's a Nickelodeon. $14.99, free shipping. I'm losing money on every single one of these that sells. I got to be real careful with the packaging to keep it under a pound, because as soon as it gets over a pound, it has to go priority mail, and the price of shipping basically doubles. By the time you pay for shipping and the eBay fees, if it gets over a pound, I'm basically breaking even, not even counting how much I paid for these things. I'm 99% sure it was from Farm and Fleet 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought a ton of them, and they were selling really well. They were selling for like $35 or $40 a piece on Amazon at one time. And back then I was using FBA, so Amazon did all the shipping and everything. I would just take a box of like 20 of these and ship it all to Amazon warehouses, and then as it sold, their employees, would grab the item and ship it to the customer. And that was amazing. And then I got out of FBA and I had to have everything sent back. And these have mostly been sitting ever since. So the price has gone down, and I'm paying to ship it myself, which is more expensive for me than it is for Amazon. But 5 sold, 8 left. I don't know, we're already into December. Some of the toys and crap I have listed I wish would just sell already. Next up, we have the DeWalt DCB 115 charger. I can't remember what this came with. You can see I've sold 3 of them so far. I still have 1 left. Every time you buy one of these combo kits, or even if it's just a tool with a kit, not necessarily like a multi. Anyway, they always come with the chargers. I like when they come with the DCB 115 because it's a better charger. A lot of stuff will come with the DCB 112, which is half the amperage output. Anyway, they don't have a ton of value, but $20 plus shipping when I don't need 45 chargers around here. I got one in my office, I got one in the basement, I got one in the garage. It's like, we don't need any more of this. So unload them, give it to somebody else. I'm surprised they have any value at all, honestly. So many of these chargers are out there. Next up, we have the compact 4 amp hour battery for $59.99. And I was sitting here thinking, I got a starter kit that came with this battery, the 6 amp hour battery, and one of the chargers. And for the life of me, I can't remember what that came with. I was thinking maybe the DeWalt tripod light, but that was so long ago, and these sold somewhat recently, so I don't think it was that. I know I bought the 3/8 impact wrench that was brushless, but I don't think that would come with a 2 battery kit, unless you bought the 2 battery kit and you got the free. Maybe that's what it was. You paid for the 2 batteries and you got the free impact wrench. Man, I don't know, but I got $59.99 free shipping, and that's over a pound. So priority mail, padded flat rate envelope, wrap it up in bubble wrap. The bigger 6 amp hour battery, I'm sure I shipped in a regional A box, which functions as a 2-pound box. Gets kind of confusing. I did a video on it back in like 2016 on the main channel. $67.99 free shipping. The shipping probably cost about $10. You paid another $7 in fees, so take $17 off of that, and I got about $50 out of this battery, which I contemplated keeping, but I already have enough other batteries. These actually ended up being an accidental, really good item for me. These are wired terminals that go into bolt connectors for old Chevys. And I bought them out of necessity because I needed one, and I couldn't find any place that would let me just buy one, or even just buy like 10 or 20. So when I buy these, you have to buy hundreds at a time, or at least 100 at a time. And they're really not that expensive. They're more expensive than you would think. And originally I just sold off. I kept some for myself. I fixed my problem that I had with the Corvette. And I thought, well, I'll just sell off the rest of them. But they actually sold pretty well, and I made some money. So then I bought another set of these things, and now we'll just see where it goes. But 28 of them sold so far. 28 at 5 a piece. That's a lot. Duh. What an awful buy. This sucked. I actually took a best offer. I didn't even get $16.99 for it. Dr. Scholl's electronic foot massager. I've actually done really well with massagers, but not lately. This was a couple of years ago. You know, like the wand ones where they got the two little balls on the end and they like vibrate back and forth. And some of those are heated and they got, you know, a variable speed trigger sometimes. And there's times you could buy that at a thrift store for $4.99, $3.99, also, you know, real cheap, and then sell it for 35, $40. And those are really good. I think that was my mindset when I bought this thing. It just, no bueno. Sat for several years. I'm sure I didn't pay much for it, and I would bet the Dr. Scholl's name probably got me a little bit. I thought, oh, that's a brand name. People like that. Let's get that. And it just wasn't good. And then it's kind of a pain to package because it's big, relatively speaking. Not a good buy, but it's gone. There's a free after rebate Menards item. I definitely sold a lot more than 29. It must have been just since creating this listing, because back in the day, eBay, you could set it for a 30-day listing, and then that 30 days would be over, and then you would relist it, and that number would start, you know, the number sold would start at 0. And then they switched to good till cancel listings, which just go until you decide to end it. So it could even be a 0, like this one's 0 available. This could technically still be active, and if I forgot about it and I used up all my free listings for a month, I could actually get charged every month for this being available, even though it would never show up in search results and no one can buy it. So you got to kind of pay attention, especially if you have a lot of stuff. But I had an entire tub full of these, so I know it was more than 29. Free after rebate at Menards. Came with the lens cleaner, the cloth. The little screwdriver thing is actually pretty neat. It's not like high quality, but it's on a keychain, and it's perfect for little things like glasses and things of that nature. So I actually kept some of that for myself, and it also came with new nose pieces and screws. So it's not really a bad item. $6.99 and free shipping. Shipping used to be so much cheaper. I remember back in the day paying like $1.49 for a 3-ounce package. That was probably 10 years ago. Now you could pay easily $3.50 or something. And it really kills the value of small items, and a lot of this I just need to clear out. So these are gone finally. This is another Menards item. Wasn't free though. Lucas Oil 8-volt battery powered cordless rechargeable grease gun. $59.99. I want to say it was something like $20, and I know I bought it during 11% off sale, but I don't actually remember. I bought these probably well over a year ago, and they sat on the floor forever because I just didn't have time to list it. I have a lot of stuff like that. A lot of stuff like that. One of these days, we'll get caught up. Now, I had considered at one time saving it and keeping one of these for myself because I thought it was kind of cool, and then I saw that. I can't really move the mouse over there to show you, but that thing that says flip out family of tools. See, I thought the Lucas Oil thing, I thought, oh, you know, that's a good brand people know of. I don't know about for tools, but it's a brand name, so it has to be a decent item, or maybe it's a decent item. And that flip out thing, I bought one of their little cordless screwdrivers, and it was not good. Very much toy-like, not very much tool-like. So when I saw that, I decided, you know, I'm not going to keep one of these. We'll just go ahead and sell them. It's been a while ago. I mean, the people didn't return it. Hopefully they liked the thing and it worked out fine, but that discouraged me quite a bit. I'm glad I didn't buy more of them because it's something that has the potential to become expensive if people didn't like it. Because if they say it was broken for some reason, and I had free shipping going to them, so that I would have to refund them with, you know, the shipping cost to go that way. You know, I wouldn't get to keep it. The post office keeps it. And then if they returned it, eBay would make me pay for the return shipping. It's a bigger item, so if it cost $15 each way, I'm already out $30. Now I have an item that's opened and potentially or possibly broken. It's been too long for me to return it to the store myself. So I'm out the original purchase costs. I'm out the $30 or so of shipping. You know, it's just, I'm glad they're gone and don't have to deal with it. Another free after rebate item at Menards actually could have been a moneymaker because this was an unadvertised sale. It was unlimited, so you could buy as many as you want. And when some of those go for a long period of time, they'll overlap with 11% sales. So you would get the full rebate. They made it free, and then they would get the 11% off the top line price. So you actually make a little money on every one of them that you buy. So it's a 3-pack of toilet connectors. I have them listed for $9.99. You can see 44 have sold, 76 still available, and they're fairly light. They probably cost $4. And then another $1.50 in fees. So I probably make $4.50 on each one. However, I just had someone buy 10 of these things, and I took a best offer, so it wasn't for $100. It was less. But I was able to put it in a regional A box. Again, ships like a 2-pound package. So I was able to smack 10 of these things into a regional A box, and it costs like $9 to ship. So here's that Milwaukee high torque I told you about. And it's actually a really good impact. If I had more M18 batteries, I would be perfectly fine keeping it and owning it. And I actually spent quite a bit of time cleaning it to get it to look like that. I'm going to do a video at some point on cleaning these cordless tools, because that thing looked awful before. It was all greasy and dirty and nasty being out in the garage. Anyway, so I remember I paid $249 for this, and I'm like 99% sure I got two 5-amp hour battery starter kit. It was at Farm and Fleet, and I think it was one of those accidental deals because I bought it and then it was gone very quickly, and it wasn't sold out. It was that they took it off of the available items for the promotion. Anyway, this was the only piece I kept out of it, and got $200 back, paid for essentially getting that DeWalt high torque, and then I got that other battery which also sold. So really good deal. Now what I'm also going to do is I have that Freak 1/2-inch impact, which I like the concept. I like the 1/4-inch bit adapter. I like that it takes 1/2-inch sockets, and it's great as an impact driver, but as an impact wrench it just doesn't have the oomph to really. I have more power out of my 3/8 drive DeWalt impact wrench than I have out of that 1/2-inch Freak driver. So really cool concept, and it's good for lighter duty, but like I can have a hard time getting lug nuts off. So anyway, I'm going to sell that, and I think I still have another battery and a charger for Bosch to sell that. I got that for free in their giveaway like 2 years ago. And I still have their Bluetooth radio, which again was free in the giveaway, which, by the way, both times I posted website posts and or YouTube videos trying to encourage other people to do that, because just looking at the number of prizes they were giving away, I knew they were not going to get as many entries as they were giving away products. So that's how I won both times. I know Monica won at least one time. I don't know if she won both times. I know a bunch of other people who emailed me and said they won. I think everybody who entered those contests won. I should actually pay closer attention to that, because maybe they did that again this year or lately. Anyway, I still got the radio, but it plugs into a wall, so I don't need a battery. We're going to sell off all that stuff too. Now here is what I upgraded from. This is the 3/8-inch impact wrench DeWalt. This is the brushed model, and this was purchased at Farm and Fleet, and you got a free battery with it. I don't remember the size of the free battery that came with it. And this was what is stronger than that Freak driver we were just talking about. It was this impact wrench that I was taking lug nuts off with when that other one couldn't do it. You know, I hated, now that it's gone, getting out that Milwaukee high torque unless you absolutely have to, because it was so heavy, and then the only M18 batteries I have are like a 9 and a 12 amp hour, so add that to it. You could do curls with this thing, and it's bulky, so you have to have a nice open spot or some long extensions, or it's just, it was too big. Never ended up using it. So anyway, what I ended up doing was I sold off this brushed version because I bought the brushless version, which is about 20 pounds of torque stronger, the 3/8-inch brushless DeWalt. And it came with something free, and I sold it. And maybe it was those batteries we were talking about earlier. I get confused. There's too much of this stuff. But anyway, my plan is that 90% of my stuff can probably be done with the 3/8 drive brushless, and then when I have to, get out that DeWalt high torque, and I think it'll do just fine. But $84.99 for this plus shipping. I was really surprised how much it went for. Again, I had to spend a lot of time cleaning this thing too, so. But it came out looking pretty nice. And here's one of those Bosch batteries, the 4 amp hour, $40 and free shipping on that one. And that either came with the radio or the Freak Impact. I don't remember which. I don't think I ever used it. I'm trying to think. The other one came that one came with the radio because the Freak came with a 6.3 amp. I remember it being an odd thing, like a fractional or a decimal amp hour battery was odd. Anyway, so those are the recent eBay sales. I'm really trying to transition my eBay store to more tools and things of that type and get rid of some of the old stuff. And at some point I may just give up on the things that have been sitting around and just unlist them, donate them, sell them, you know, in a garage sale, or just throw them in the trash. I don't know. Part of me thinks that's a better way of going, and then strictly focusing on tool-related objects. But the other part of me thinks they give you, I think it's 250 free items a month, and I only have 60 listed now. So what's the harm in just letting them sit? They're already, the pictures were taken, the listing's created, it's sitting in the basement. Yeah. Anyway. Alright, guys. That is the eBay sales. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you have any eBay questions, feel free to let me know. Because we've been doing this thing for 15 years. So, a little bit of experience doing it. Alright, guys. See you next time.